Jimmy's dad died when Jimmy was 11 years old, leaving him, his mother, 2 brothers and a sister without a penny to their name. They learned after the funeral that he'd even allowed his insurance policy to lapse, had failed to pay the premiums, so the bill for his burial from the funeral home was the very first one they were unable to pay. Jimmy's mother told him they were destitute, and for the rest of his life, that word echoed in his mind with a special, haunting significance. His father was dead, and they were destitute, and Jimmy honestly did not know which was worse. Jimmy, his mother, and his older brother all took jobs, and they paid that bill, along with the hospital bills. Their father had died of a heart attack, but he'd hung on for 3 days. Within the year. After that, they had to live like paupers, just to pay the food and shelter, the bare necessities. Jimmy's father had not gambled or drunk away the family's money. He was a teacher, and he had not been able to earn enough to support his dependents. And what may have been even worse, he had hidden the fact from them, allowed them to survive on the surface of a tissue-thin web of bills and debt. Surely he did not wish to alarm them, but when the alarm did sound, it was far too late to do anything about it. They were destitute. Jimmy swore every night, it was his prayer in bed before he fell asleep every night, that when he grew up, he would not be poor, and he would never leave his family stranded, as his father had done. Jimmy won scholarships to college based on both academic achievement and financial need. Following his graduation, he worked at several jobs, then started his own business, a software computer company. He put everything he had into it in making it a success. He married, and his wife helped him by keeping the records. Jimmy treated the business and his employees as family, and it prospered. He opened a second store and a third, and eventually had a chain of 15 in 3 states. All the hard work paid off, and while Jimmy was still a relatively young man, he sold his business for many millions of dollars. His children were not yet fully grown. He and his wife were in the prime of life. He was retired. He had accomplished what he had set out to do. He felt as if his prayers, the ones he had made in bed when he was a poor young boy, had been answered. Jimmy spent his time reading all the books he had never had time for, and played tennis at a nearby club. He invested his money in T-bills and utility stocks, and kept his eye open on possible business opportunities, but he did not feel compelled to work. He had earned his freedom, and though his friends would kid him when he and his family went on another vacation, a vacation from retirement, they said, he actually felt very little guilt. The world was his oyster, and he intended to see it all.